2, 1, and go. Are you ready? Because it's time for A to the yo! Gearhart is the name, Pokemon X is the game, and today I'm bringing you the Primal Battle League Week 3 against the Golden State Scizors, coached by X-Scizorr. And if you want to check him out, be sure to check him out. Links in the description. All 5 of you. And before we get started, of course, like this video if you are, I don't know, sitting down. It's all up to you. I'm not forcing you. It's all up to you. Now then, headed into this week, straight out of week 2. Coming out of week 2, I was feeling nervous because the next game on the list is someone who has a 2-0 record, plus 10 differential. I mean, plus 10 is unheard of through 2 weeks. I mean, it's a giant mountain to climb, so I had to prepare so meticulously. So let's go over the teams and see what I brought and what the reasonings for it were. I have a Frostlass, mainly because I just wanted something to... Because I needed something that was an annoyance, a nuisance. Something that could be just a wild card. And Frostlass was that. He is holding a Focus Sash. He is fast, bulky support, so 252 HP, 252... max HP, max speed, plus timid nature, excuse me, yeah. And holding a Focus Sash, just so I could get... It's really fast, too, so then I could get off a D-Bond if necessary. I also have a Drapion, just in case if he wanted to bring his Latios or Cofagrigus, and of course he didn't, so it kind of was useless to me, as you'll find out later on in the battle. I also have a Zapdos. It is a very strange EV spread. In fact, I actually didn't... Drapion. Let me go back to Drapion for a second. Drapion was max attack, max HP, with a adamant nature, holding the air balloon, because getting rid of that only weakness for one time it's pretty handy. Now then, Zapdos. Zapdos is a really strange set. I believe it has like 76 or something in defense, 78 in special defense, 252 in special attack, and 108 in HP. Basically, my thought was this: it completely counters Scizorr, so it's going to have as much defense as possible for against like an physically offensive Pokemon. But I also had enough special defense to take 3 hits from a Sludge Bomb from a Mega Venusaur, because he of course has Mega Venusaur. Plus, I also was holding the safety goggles just by chance, so I could have a switch in if he wanted to have any like sleep powder shenanigans. And he's what? I can't remember. He was Calm Nature, I believe. Next thing was my Landorus Therian, which was basically I wanted a defensive wall, but also a counter for Talonflame in case if he wanted to bring it, because Talonflame is the MVP through 2 weeks, so I didn't want to mess around with that. Not at all. Not at all. So basically, it's of course Intimidate, max HP, max defense, pretty much that. Now, Cobalion is my next thing, and it's pretty useful. It's Choice Scarfed, but it's just enough to outspeed a timid, max speed Greninja. It's max attack and max HP. The thing is, it's also adamant. I had double checked this because it's Greninja's max speed with timid. As long as he's not scarfed, timid max speed, he has 191 speed, level 50. Cobalion has 128 speed, no investment, adamant nature. With a scarf, it is 192 speed. So as long as he's not scarfed, and I can get him in at the correct time, I can get rid of that Greninja, because it's like a Swiss Army knife against my team. It can do a ton of things. It can just wreck shop against my team. And then I have Gardevoir with Wish, Protect, Moonblast, and Psychic for anything else he wants to bring in. Of course, it's a special wall, max special defense, max HP, Calm Nature, so I can just have a special wall, because he tends to have more special attackers. I mean, look at his team. He has Landorus, Incarnate, Greninja, Mega Venusaur can be run physically, but I think he ran it specially. I could be wrong, I don't know. Gastrodon and Raikou, 5 special attackers, and Entei is only normal attacker. So I've stalled this beginning, like this intro is way too long, but it's because I recorded the bottom screen, because like an idiot, I was double checking how big the bottom screen's resolution was, so I was working on my Alpha Sapphire layout. That doesn't matter, let's just get right into this battle. I've stalled long enough. So we are going up against Ash, the coach of the Golden State Scizors, undefeated, +10, unheard of in this. He's going to open up with his Raikou, and I'm going to open up with my Frostless Ruby! That's how it starts, and I'm not really liking this matchup, so I'm going to switch out into my Landorus Therian, hoping he doesn't go for the HP Fire, HP Ice. And that's not what he does. Instead, he goes for the Volt Switch. I locked him in here. Now, I can get my Rock set up. If I get my Rock set up, I'm predicting him to have a Focus Sash on his Greninja. If he has a Focus Sash on his Greninja, then Cobalion can't finish him off in one hit, and I'd be dead meat. So now I'm going to switch out, because this is a physical wall, not a special wall, which means I know this thing can be run specially. I'm predicting it to be special, so I go directly out into Curse, and he reveals that he has Hidden Power Ice. So he has Hidden Power Ice all over the place in this team. I learned this the hard way, as you will find out. He's going to switch out, and he is Life Orb, so that's really nice. So he's going to go out as I go into my Zapdos. Well, no, I'm already into my Zapdos. What am I saying? So he's going to go out. Pointed Stone's dug into it, and he's pressured, so I'm going to go for the Roost, just seeing what he wants to do. This is when I realized, in the live recording I was thinking, oh my goodness, I didn't even notice this. He was supposed to have Roost, Volt Switch, Defog, and Air Cutter, but when I was making this Zapdos, I forgot to switch to Defog and Air Cutter. Instead, he had Fly and Sky Attack, and that's going to completely bone me. But so I switch into my physical wall, my Avril, Griff Avril, my Landorus Therian, and hopefully I didn't get burned. I didn't get burned. In fact, I missed this, and he misses the second Sacred Fire. And I get a crit on this Rock Slide. I'm not sure if that mattered. It was too close to call, in my opinion. Maybe somebody can make it out for me. I don't know. But now he goes into his Rhydon. I immediately know he's going to have HP Ice. Like, it's completely obvious at this point he has HP Ice. Why would he bring it in? So I'm going to switch out, because I know this thing is faster. It's Choice Scarfed, because he switched it out immediately instead of going for HP Ice. Here he's going to reveal HP Ice. But since he switched it out, I'm assuming he was Scarfed. So he goes for the Hidden Power. Against my Special Wall, this is not going to do anything. Not at all. Not until 2005. Yeah. So, till 3005, my Gardevoir, he's going to switch out because he realizes that Hidden Power is not doing anything to this guy. Girl, whatever. He's going to go into his Poseidon, his Gastrodon, as I'm going to go for a Psychic, predicting like a Mega Venusaur on the switch. On a switch of a Moonblast. I don't know. So I'm going to go for a Moonblast on this next turn. My nose is running. My throat is dry from talking earlier. I had to do that intro kind of multiple times because it was vertical the first time. I'm going to go for the Protect. Seeing if he has like a Poison move. He does have a Poison move, but it's Toxic. So that's nice to know. So now I am going to switch into my Drapion. He's assuming that I'm going to switch into my Drapion, but what he does not know that is I'm holding the Air Balloon. So I can get a free switch, and unless he goes with a Scald, then that's bad. I mean, I can go into Drapion. It doesn't really matter. He serves no purpose in this match for the second time this season. But he goes for the Earth Power. It doesn't affect me because of my Air Balloon, which is very nice. So now he's going to go for... He actually is going to withdraw instead of going for Scald. I'm not sure. But now he's going to go into his Mega Venusaur as I go for the knockoff. Pretty solid prediction on his part, I have to say. But he does go for the knockoff. Or, excuse me, I go for the knockoff. That does kind of a lot. But I'm going to switch out predicting the Sleep Powder, which is a total long shot in the dark because after the battle he said he doesn't like using Sleep Powder, but he decided to use it. And that's unfortunate because, once again, I am holding these safety goggles which keep me from falling asleep from a Sleep Powder, which is glorious because he does go for the Sleep Powder here, which is very perfect. And now I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch instead. This is when I find out that I didn't... This is actually when I found out that he has Sky Attack and Fly instead of Defog and Air Cutter. I gotta stop doing this every week. Last week I did it with not putting Dazzling Gleam on Roserade. This week it's Zapdos. But now he's going to go for the knockoff to try to get rid of that. That's why I Volt Switch. So me not having Defog and Air Cutter meant I could save my... I could save my safety goggles for later to save it away from a defog, from a knockoff. It saved me. So I'm going to go here, using a sleep fodder because I don't really need this. Having this as sleep fodder doesn't truly matter, but in the end, it gave him the chance to go for a synthesis. So I'm stuck here asleep. I could have switched out, but I didn't really have a good switch in, and he's going to switch right into his Landorus to do some damage. Now here, I'm still asleep, of course. As right there, still asleep, still napping. Wake up, you moron! And he's going to go for the hidden power, predicting my Zapdos or Landorus to come out, and I'm not going to bring it out. So maybe now. Nope, still asleep. So, maybe now. He's predicting that I'm going to bring it in now. Nope, still not going to bring it in. I have no reason to, because this thing, like, I have no reason to. Like, this Drapion does nothing. So, I go for the Night Slash to get as much damage as possible. Even though it's max attack, Adamant, not doing much. And I am dead, so now at a 6-5 deficit. 5-6 deficit, whatever you want to call it. So now I go back into Ruby to get him out of there. Just scare him out. But instead, I double switch. So I go back into 2005. Hold up! And I trace a Sheer Force, which might come in handy. In fact, it does. As I predict his Gastrodon to come out, because I don't think he's going to stay against a Frostlass. But, and here it is. So I'm going to go for a Moonblast, because he didn't switch out to his Mega Venusaur before, so I'm just going to go for a Moonblast right away. So I'm going to go for a Moonblast. I know a Toxic is coming, but there's nothing I can do about it now. Plus I have Wish on this thing, so I can just wish it away and then switch out. So I'm going to do this, but now, because Moonblast is my most powerful move, now I'm going to predict a Mega Venusaur switch in. Unfortunately, we have to get through these post stuff. Okay, here we go. Now I go for the Psychic, predicting the Mega Venusaur, but that's not what happens. But I score another crit. But it's a crit, son! Because that's helpful, because I don't know if that was a wall, if that was a special or defensive. It's clearly not special, because it had to be a defensive wall. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm going to be hit with poison. What? Didn't I have leftovers on this thing? I don't remember. I could have sworn I did. But he's going to go into this thing. I'm not sure what he wants to do, so I go for a wish, and he reveals he has Shadow Ball. But because I'm a special wall, and he's not Choice Specs, excuse me, I'm able to survive it, get off a wish, and go for the Protect the next turn. I'm going to take a drink of water. Okay, there's the leftovers. So the leftovers are coming before the Toxic, of course. I'm going to take a drink of water while this post-turn stuff happens. Slurp. But so yeah, I'm going to go for the Protect so I can get my wish back. He's locked into Shadow Ball. So I'm going to Protect, get this wish off. He's locked into Shadow Ball. And I calc this as well. I calc this mid-battle. I calc before the match, while I'm game planning, and during the match, so in certain scenarios. So in this case, I'm looking, and it's a 3-hit KO against Landorus Therian. So I'm thinking I can maybe get a wish off on my Landorus Therian. Later, I can wish past it. So I'm going to Intimidate, does not matter, of course. And he's going to go for the Shadow Ball. This shouldn't do very much. Yep, 3-hit KO, so I can get away with this. So he realizes that, he switches out. I think I'm going to predict this and go for the U-turn. I had this match earlier today, so it should be pretty solid. Yep, U-turn. I definitely did predict the switch. So now I can get back into, what did I switch it to? Excuse me. What did I? Oh yeah, Ruby. Ruby. And I go for the Thunder Wave to get this thing slowed down. And he's going to be actually parried this first turn. I just spit all over myself. He's going to be parried this first turn, and I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. See what it does. That does nothing. But he goes for the knockoff to knock off my Focus Sash. Does not kill me. He wouldn't have killed me either way, because of course, I am the Focus Sash. I go for the Shadow Ball, hoping that he gets parried, so then I can get off a debun. But nope, he goes for the Synthesis. So, well, I'm screwed. By the way, before this next move happens, if you remember in the week 3 of the GBA, well, actually, I'll mention after this. I go for the debun, and he go for the Giga Drain. But if you remember the first week 3 of the GBA with Shady and Swaglith, a crit that goes toward your way can bite you in the ass sometimes. Because, as you can see here, he got a crit, which made Destiny Bond take his Mega Venusaur down with him. Now, if you remember in week 3, he got a crit. Shady got a crit with his Darmanitan on Joseph's Porygon 2, which means he got more recoil, so then Tri Attack could take him out. But now I'm kind of stuck here. So I'm thinking, oh, I got Sheer Force again. Maybe I can live this Sludge Wave. Can I live this Sludge Wave? Get off a Wish and Protect. Can I? Nope, not at all. Not at all. So the deficit's getting pretty bad right now. I'm literally thinking at this point, I'm gonna lose. I am gonna lose because I did not put Air Cutter on my stupid. Like, I cannot believe I did not. Like, so see, as you can see here, I have to fly. But now he's gonna switch into his Raikou again because I don't have Air Cutter. Air Cutter would have been perfect. So I'm literally at this point thinking I'm gonna lose because of Air Cutter. But at this point, there's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance I can win. See, at this point, I know he's Scarfed. If I can if I can choice him into Hidden Power Ice, like, I know he's going to be faster than my Cobalion, so I'm going to get this Roost up. At this point, I'm thinking this. There's a small chance I can win this. I choice him into HP Ice, as you can see right here. So I'm hoping he can take out my Zapdos so I can go into my Cobalion. I've been saving my Cobalion for his Greninja this entire time because I cannot let my Cobalion go down without Greninja being in there. So he's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice and take me out, which is exactly his plan. Now I'm going to go into Cobalion, knowing that he outspeeds me, knowing that his Raikou outspeeds me, even though I am Scarfed. He is also Scarfed. So then I can hide the fact that I am Scarfed. As you can see here, I'm not going to take much damage from this HP Ice, and I can take him out. It is a crit, doesn't matter. But now I can take him out of the close combat without revealing that I'm Scarfed. So now I lose my HP. So I'm not HP. What am I saying? Now I drop the special defense and physical defense, and now HP. The rocks can't take him down. So I gotta switch out because I don't want to reveal that I'm Scarfed. I don't. I could, but I don't. Either way, could I? No, I don't even outspeed this thing. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I could have. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. So, but I just wanted to sack off this thing, just so I don't risk it. I don't want to reveal that I'm Scarfed, basically, at this point. So that's why I switch into Landorus Therian to sack him off, and he goes down to his Life Orb. Now he goes into Greninja, and this is the point that I was thinking. Okay, if he's not Scarfed, I win. If he's not Scarfed, I win. There's no way this is gonna work. There's no way that really, there's no way! There's no way! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! With the plan! How did the game plan work so perfectly? I cannot believe it! Where is it? Where is it? The champs! Champs hat! I did it! Taking down the undefeated +10 team, the #1 team! That's how you do it! GG, no joke, remember the flow, X-Scizorr, because that was a really good match. That was a really good match, but these types of post-com reactions are they're not as priceless. They're not as priceless as if I were to do it live, because I was freaking out live. But, so now I am 2-1 +0. I'm still recovering from that 5-0 loss week 1, but now I'm back at even. Now I can start building up my differential and hope I don't make a boneheaded play. But until then, if you like this video, if you are sitting down, of course, remember that. Be sure to like it. Sub for more Primal Battle League videos, because I am going to bring a couple of weekly stuff in here along with some random stuff like battles and stuff. And I'm also going to, like I said, in a couple days from now, like in a week, in about 2 weeks from now, the Alpha Sapphire, Russian Roulette Lock. I'm still not revealing what a Russian Roulette Lock is. You're going to have to check that out. And so sub if you want to see that when it comes out. Hopefully November 21st at like 1 a.m. That's what I'm hoping for, because I'm going to, if my GameStop is open, I'm going to do it, record at midnight, and just have fun. But that's for another time. I'm done with this game because this is an amazing match. This is probably one of the best matches I've had in this style. So I gotta stop clapping, and I will see you week 4 when we play the Twin Cities Tornadoes and John Dansking. And I don't know what his record is so far. He has not had his week 3 match to my knowledge, so I'll see you then. I'm going out of frame now. Oh my gosh, that match was amazing! So amazing!